Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Projects. I am back with another video of Android architecture component series, and this is the fourth video. And in this video we are going to see how to use data binding with objects. So the thing which I said in many parts of this series, like we can replace the entire code of main activity directly with XML. So we are going to see how to implement that code in today's video. So this video is going to be very interesting, and we are going to learn lots of amazing things in this video. If you don't have any idea about data binding, then I recommend you first check the previous video which I already uploaded. So you can check that video in playlist, and then you can continue with this video. That video will be helpful for you. So now, don't further delay. Now let's explore more about data binding in Android Studio. So first of all, I have to open the project. So this is our project, data binding tutorial 1. So I created this project in previous video. So if you watch the previous video, then maybe you know what I created in my previous project. So you can see this is the data binding layout, and now in this video I am going to replace my all XML code, or we can say all main activity code, directly with XML. So we can call the functions directly using XMLs. We can update the data and whatever I want. So in today's video we are going to see how to work with TextView, but when I will going to upload a project related to MVVM series, then we will also see how to work with edit text and buttons. But in today's video we are going to see only how to work with TextViews, which will give you a clear idea how these things work. So first of all, let's delete this TextView. I don't need these TextViews in my layout, and let's design a simple layout. And for this I take a linear layout here, set the layout with match parent, height, wrap content, and orientation. And orientation is vertical is fine. And below this, what I need a two text view. So take an open bracket, type here text view, set the layout with match parent, height, wrap content, and now give any margin. So I give the margin 20 dp, and I give the padding 20 dp. And you don't need to give any ID name, and it is because we are going to directly bind the data, and we don't need to do this. Now below this text view I need one more text view, because I am going to use two text view inside my project, but you can use as many. Match parent, wrap content, and margin 20 dp is fine, and now the padding is also 20 dp is fine. Now close this. Now you can see these two text views are present here. So how we can directly bind the data? First of all, you have to understand why we need to bind the data in XML, because we already have a main activity and we can directly bind these data. First of all, I delete them because I already deleted the code from XML, that's why it's showing error. So now in most of the cases what we have to do, we have to fetch the data from our API, from our local database source, or from any database source. But in the most of the cases we have to fetch the data from an external API, or we can say from an external source. So on that time, if we are fetching data from any external source, then we know the format of data, like we are going to get two text view, we are going to make two image view, or something else. So let us suppose if I am creating the weather app, and I have to show the humidity, visibility, and these kind of things. So I know the format of data because I have to create a Java class, or we can say data class, to get the values, getter and setter. You know very well. So that's why I know the format of data. So what I can do, I can skip all the process of main activity, and I can directly I can tell my XML code, you are going to get the data in this format, so you have to directly bind this, and that's it. And this is very easiest thing and very amazing thing in Android. So first of all, let's see how to do this. So first of all, as you know, if we are getting data from any external source, we have a data class or a Java class. If we are working with, we have a Java class. If we are working with Kotlin, then we have a data class. So let's create a data class, then I create a Kotlin class, and you can give any class name, it is your choice, and I give the class name student. And now this is the data class, so you have to add a data word here. Now in Kotlin we don't need curly braces in data class, and then two braces, and inside this, let us suppose if I am creating a weather app, but this is a student, so student has a name and some email, let us suppose. So I give any ID, and ID is integer type, and then I have a name of student. So this kind of data can be anything, like if we are working with a weather app, then these data like visibility, humidity. So then we have to display these things on text view. So this is very helpful if we are working with data binding. So that's it. So our student class contains 3 parameters. So now I can directly assign the data by using that class. So how to do this? So first of all, you have to take a variable here, data. In previous video I say to you, I am going to tell the working of the data variable in next video. So you can see you have to take a variable here, data. When you type here data, then close this. Now inside this you have to type here variable, then you have to give any variable name. So it is your choice whatever you want to give. So I am giving the student, but you can give any name. Then you have to give the type, which type of data you are going to get. So I am going to get the data according to my student class. So I have to mention the type here, and you have to mention your complete name. So com.example, this is my package name. So this package name vary according to your project. So this is student. So now this is fine, and you can see now I bind the data, or we can say bind the UI according to this type. So now my XML know I am going to get this kind of data. So now I can directly assign the data without writing the code, set text or anything else in XML. So for this, first of all, in my text view, this is the text view. I want to use this text view as to show the name of the student. So I have to type here text, then you have to take here @ and then take 2 curly braces. Now inside this curly braces you have to call your class name. So first of all, my class name is student. So student, and then what I want to set here, I want to set here name of the student. So you can see I can able to access these variables. This is the name. I can able to access these variables. So you can see I don't need to write any code inside our main activity. And then what I want to set here, this is the section for email, and I am not going to create a section for ID. It is your choice whatever if you want to create. So you have to take here @ then take 2 curly braces. Then inside this, what I want to set here, inside this text view, I want to set the email value, whatever I get from my data source or anything else. So you can see now I set these data here. Now how can I send the data? So if we are getting from an object or a data external source, then you have to write code according to this. Now this is the student class. So for this I have to create a class or we can say object here. So for this, how we can create the object here? So let's binding the data with our student. So I simply type here binding, and this is our variable name, and I want to bind student. This is the main variable which I want to bind student. And now after this, what I have to bind, I want to bind here data which I am getting or anything. So I have to create a function here, get student. So I simply give this variable name and get student, but you can give any name. So I have to create this function. So I click on this and create function. So it will create this function and it will return student type data. So now inside this I can directly type here return, and what I want to return student. So I type here student, and inside this I have a 3 parameters. One is ID and second is name. So I type here Brajesh anything, and now we have a email. So I have to type here ABC. You can type whatever you want, @mail.com, anything else. So you can see now I successfully bind the data and I can directly use this. So here you can see I skip the all process of binding .set name .set text, and then we have to get that name from getter and setter. I skip all process, and you can see we complete the whole work in just a single line. This is the single line. So hope you understand this is very beneficial when we are getting data from any external source, because on that time we know the format of data, what kind of data we are going to add. If we are creating a weather app, then we know how many values we are going to add. So it is very beneficial. So let us suppose if we have 100 of text views, then I have to simply pass the values of 100 of text views here, and I don't need to type that same boilerplate code again and again. So hope you understand how this thing is going to work. So you can remove the question mark because it will always going to return something. So now let's check the app, whether the app is working or not, and if it is working fine, then we will end this video, and if it is some error present, then we will solve that error. So I connect my phone, and then I press on run button, and you can see Gradle start building. So you can see our app is successfully working, and you can see we are getting the data here on our text view, but I don't write any .set text anything, and we are getting the data in my app. So hope you understand how this thing is work, and this is very amazing thing. We can use data binding directly inside our recycler view, and we are going to explore everything. We can use the data binding with the live data. We are also going to see in future videos what is two-way data binding, because in this data binding, this is one-way data binding. We are getting the data from our views just from here. But let us suppose if I have edit text, and then I have to update the text views according to my edit text. Let us suppose user, if you see in something like, let us suppose you have a password field and you are entering password, then on the below you have a text view and you are going to show that text which is entered by the user. So that is live data and data binding, or two-way data binding. We are going to explore everything, and we are going to also see recycler view with the data binding, and we are going to see all advanced concept in this series. So if you don't start this series till now, then please start this series from starting, because if you not start from starting, then you will going to face trouble in upcoming videos. So if you have any question, you can comment down below. I will try to give the answer of every comment. Please like the video, please share the channel, please subscribe the channel. So thank you, see you soon in next amazing video.